Hi Libra, I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for May 2023. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you this month of May and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might really want to check that out. This recording is for Libra Sun, Libra Rising, and Libra Moon. I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck in this reading. All that being said, Libra, now on to your May 2023 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have, Libra, is a good card here. You've got the Six of Rods, and this is victory after a battle. So being victorious in some way in the month of May is coming up for you. You may feel like you have a whole new world to play in. Newfound friends, newfound circumstances coming up, blossoming and blooming around your life. For some of you, this is being generated at work, but for others of you, it could be involving through friends of friends that you're meeting, or your involvement in any clubs, groups, or organizations. If you are still embarking in any continuing education or training in any way in your work or business or career part of your life, you're embarking on a whole new area of it now, like maybe new subjects and new classes to take and things of that nature. And you're going to feel like, you know what, I've put a lot of miles behind me. I've done a lot of things, had a lot of experience. Put your energy to good use, and that you have a lot of experience. You are making a new friend, or have recently made a new friend that's going to elevate you on some kind of in some kind of social status. This could even be, when I say that could even just be meeting new friends and hanging out with them. It may not be like social climbing and status climbing, but for some of you it could involve that. And for some of you Libras, you have some kind of bright idea that saves the day. This could happen at your work. This could be in your family. It could be in some club or group you belong to, that you have some like flash of insight, ingenious idea, and you find that, hey, that solves some kind of problem that you guys were facing, or saves the day in some manner. You're going to make a concerted effort to stay true to your purpose and stay true to your course. And so if you were waffling about it before, like, I don't know, should I change or do something else? I don't see you doing that in May. You're like staying true to your purpose, true to your course. Some of you, a new love relationship is developing. For some of you, well, even if you're not single, I don't want to encourage people that are already coupled to start a new relationship, but that, you know, come on, let's be real, that does happen. But either way, I do see some of you having a new love relationship form in May. It's starting. And in some ways, you did learn from experience, and you've trusted the wrong people in the past. Some of you have made your mark on the world, or like accomplished or achieved some goal or something you wanted to do, and now you're ready to move on to the next goal. You're ready to move on. Like, you've accomplished that. Like, check, that's off the list. So now I'm moving on to the next phase or the next level. So the next card you have in your reading is the Judgment card. And this is, what do we think about a situation? What's the word? What's the proclamation? How are things going to go down, and how does it affect everybody involved? You could also be making some kind of an announcement about something. You know, you're finally figuring out where your true power lies. And this is not going to be a mystery to you anymore. You may have even put out some kind of email blast or flyers somewhere or something on the internet to see what kind of response you get. And you're going to see that you're getting like favorable feedback, favorable response for some of you. Some of you may be giving your notice to a company or business you work for and letting them know you're leaving. But I feel like if you're leaving, you're moving on up and you're moving on to greener pastures. It's you may not even dislike the place where you are. It may not be like, oh, I'm fed up with this place. It just could be like you extracted, you went as high as you could, you gathered the information you needed to get, you got the experience you wanted to have, and now there's something else that, like another rung on the ladder, another step that you want to do. So you could be making an announcement to bosses that you are quitting or will be leaving soon. Some of you may be having a lot more social activity where you're hanging out with different groups of people, going out to eat, having interesting conversations, and some of you Libras are learning to speak a new language. You're going to see some people kind of shocked and surprised, especially your family, that are going to be surprised and like, I can't believe that you're going to do that. I can't believe you're able to do it. I can't believe, like in a good way, like in disbelief, like, wow, I'm shocked you're able to do it. Like, amazing that you can do that now. Like, you know, proud of you, impressed, surprised. Some of your family members are going to be that way, and that could be about you leaving your job and going on to greener pastures. That could be about you embarking on a new love relationship with somebody, because some of you that's coming up. But, you know, or you learning a new skill, a new language, and you're mastering it, and now you're moving up to the next level. These are the things that are going to impress your family and friends about. So the card you have in the middle of your reading is the Five of Cups, and this is sadness, loss, and regret. But not all hope is lost, because, as I always say, these two cups back here represent that, look, they all didn't spill over. So there is still some hope here. But you could have some kind of sadness, loss, and regret. And sometimes, not all the time, the Five of Cups spilling over could represent somebody that has a problem with drinking or alcohol. It may not be you. It could be somebody connected to you, but it could be you. I feel that you have regrets, that you put up with some nonsense of somebody that was demeaning to you or upsetting you or bothering you in some way. You have regrets that you put up with it for so long. It could also be a love relationship you were in the past. You may feel like you wasted time or too much time or energy and emotions on that person. Some of you could have the exact feeling about a job that you stayed with too long, and you feel like you wasted too much energy and emotion and in that area. So it could be love, it could be work. You also could have, you got to be careful of this. It could have already happened. because you're regretting it in May. So you could have done it in April. But you could do it in May and regret it in May. I see you bringing up a subject, a topic of conversation or a subject and your opinion on the matter, and it didn't go well. It kind of backfired, or it caused an argument, or people just didn't like it or didn't take it well in some way, and now you are like, man, why did I ever say that? Why did I ever bring that up? It could be in a broader sense, like at work or in a business setting. But for some of you, this could be maybe you did that with a friend or relative, and you brought up something that could have been politics. That always causes fights. Religion, again, causes fights at times. Or other agendas and things that are going on right now out in the world that are very prevalent. Or it could have been if they got divorced, or if their spouse cheated on them or something. You brought something up that somebody, maybe more than one person, but somebody didn't like, and it didn't go well. And now you regret it, because once you ring that bell, you can't unring it. So you could have some kind of regrets of a situation like that. If it didn't happen to you already, because remember, psychic predictions, some of these things happened to you a year ago. Some of you, they're happening now. Some of you, it could take 6 months, 3 months, 6 months, or a year for them to happen. That's because it's a general reading. But some of you, this is happening right now. So if you haven't said something, put your foot in your mouth, or made some kind of comments about something that caused some kind of upsetment around and a brouhaha, don't do it. Stop yourself. This could be your warning if you haven't done that yet. To get more psychic messages and predictions from my spirit guides, please check the description box below this video for the links for my most recent videos for Vimeo. I look into very specific topics using a variety of divination tools to bring you more accurate predictions for your astrological signs. These links and descriptions are also available on the videos page of my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Thank you. The fourth card in your reading, Libra, Aries also got this card. You have the 9 of Pentacles. This is being at peace and contentment with your life and having financial stability and abundance behind you. Could also be like enjoying like the luxuries of life. Yet some of you have a budding new romance here coming up, or it's happening now. And this could be somebody that you work out some kind of details with them, that you go back and forth to see each other, because I feel like you are maybe not near each other or not in the same location. Some of you are doing things that make yourself look younger and feel younger. It could be products you're buying that happen to be working really well on your skin. It could be supplements you're taking. And I also pick up some of you Libras buying new clothes. And some of you Libras may have earned, either got some money in some way or another, or you earned it in some way. Could be through work, but it could also be money you gained through an investment or some gamble or risk or chance that you made. And I get you getting this money, and I feel you're going to spend it. It could be on a trip, but it could also be on, new clothes, or just spending it on a bunch of things. I do see some of you Libras doing that. If you've had any issues, if you live in a townhome, condo, or apartment, could even be a house, but it really feels more to me like an apartment number 1, condo number 2, townhome number 3, house number 4, in that order. Some of you need to fumigate your place, and I feel like it's because of some kind of weird smell. Like it could be a mold smell, or it could be from, you know, if a rodent dies in a wall, that's an awful, awful smell. So it could be to do with some weird smell. It could be to do with something like if the apartment, condo, or townhomes are like spraying for insects or something. Now, you could be getting your house fumigated or any of those things I said for bugs. There could be something and you need some kind of fumigation for some kind of like unwanted pests. But I also get like fumigating and airing your house out, like a smell is weird. Like could be a chemical smell, could be a mold smell, could be a dead rodent smell. I don't know what it is, but so you have to think on that. Are you spraying your house for stuff? Or is there something that smells weird in your house and you need to like air it out and do something of that nature? Only you will know, Libra. I don't know. I'm not there, and I'm glad, because I don't like having to deal with that stuff. Blah. I hate that. So maybe because I'm an air sign, maybe the air signs get extra bugged about like chemical smells and mold smells and things that don't smell good. I don't know. So did I talk about that enough yet? Do you want me to talk about it some more? Sorry, Libra. I didn't mean to wreck your reading with that. But you got a Walloper card here next. You got the Tower. So the Tower is a card that means a fight, an argument, an end of a friendship. It could be an end of a relationship. It could be an end of an old paradigm, so a new paradigm begins. It could be the end of an old rulership, so a new rulership begins. It could be some kind of light bulb moment, like awakening. You get enlightened about something. This card could also indicate some like natural disaster, lightning strike, flood, hurricane, tornado. It could also be things of that nature. You know, there could be something that when something comes to an abrupt halt. And so hear me out, because I heard like 3 things at once. First, I hear you could get kicked out of a job. I don't really feel that is, even though I'm hearing that, I don't feel that's the most likely. For some of you, if you're breaking up with your love partner, your partner could be kicking you out. The other thing I get is you could be getting kicked out or having like by a storm, by something that comes and disrupts your property, and you can't stay there till things get fixed or electricity gets restored or something like that. Some of you are going to catch somebody lying to you and or stealing from you. So that could be in so many ways. That could be a significant other. It could be a coworker. I don't know. It could, but I feel it's somebody you know. I don't feel it's a random person, because I get lying to you and stealing from you. I mean, it could be either or, but I feel like it's really feels very intertwined here to me. Well, although they do say, again, for some of you, you catch somebody red-handed in a lie. You catch them red-handed. But you can also say that phrase, catching them red-handed, when they're stealing something too. So for some of you, it may just be someone lying to you. For some of you, it could be somebody lying to you and stealing from you, both. And if this happens for you, you two are going to have a clash of wills and you're going to have an argument about it. You know, you may be mad at them and you may be kicking them out. They may not be kicking you out. You may be kicking them out if somebody lied or stole, because I feel like you're going to catch them. That's what I feel. And there's some blow up about it. But, you know, it's a general reading. I don't want to freak you out. You know, watch your rising sign. If you know your rising sign, and if you don't know it, you can always find out your moon sign, even if you don't know your birth time. If you go to one of those birth charts, usually I think it's like, I don't know whether they tell you to pick 12 noon or 12 a.m., but they tell you to pick 12 of something if you don't know your birth time. And usually your moon sign, not always, can be accurate. So I don't know, just it's like my guides are saying lesson learned. Like you may have sensed it. For my guides to say lesson learned, you either had some inkling of it or you didn't trust this person, somebody completely, but you still continued on, or you didn't trust your intuition about it and you ignored it. So lesson learned, so you're not going to do that again. So the best gemstone crystal you got here for the month of May, Libra, you got chalcedony. And I'm going to spell it because people have asked me that every time I say it, I think. So chalcedony doesn't look like it's pronounced that way, but it is pronounced chalcedony, not chalcedony. It's chalcedony, and it's Chalcedony. Chalcedony is a nurturing stone. It promotes brotherhood and goodwill. Chalcedony absorbs negative energy, and it brings mind, body, emotions, and spiritual, and this mind, body, emotions, and spirit into harmony. It instills feelings of benevolence and generosity. And by the way, I just want to say this here, chalcedony can come in many, many colors. I mean, there's some fine jewelry that's made with chalcedony, and it looks like this color blue, like this blue. It also, chalcedony can come in like a bright green color also. It's but I think there's many other colors. This is kind of a bluish grayish with some tannish grayish stripes going through it. But chalcedony, you know, so don't get stuck on it that it's got to look like this piece of chalcedony. It's going to make you see the light. It's going to help awaken you, awaken your spirit, awaken your consciousness, and awaken your mind in May. It's also a stone that's going to help you get more centered, more grounded, more balanced in the month of May. It would be very, very, very beneficial for you to sleep with a piece of chalcedony under your pillow at night, because it is a stone that helps absorb negativity, that it will promote positive thoughts, positive dreams, and a positive mindset if you sleep with it under your pillow. But I also feel it's the exact same thing for you if you wear it or carry it throughout your day. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand videos, where I look into very specific topics using a variety of divination tools, the most recently recorded links I post down below in the description box in the Show More section, and they're also listed on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. You can there go to the videos page and scroll down and see all the video series I've used, what divination tools I've used, how long the predictions go out for, and whatever video heading you want, you just click on whichever zodiac sign you want under that heading, and that link will take you directly to that video on Vimeo. Now, the most recently recorded video series, I'm going to mention them here. My first is, of course, the Psychic Crystal readings for May 2023 for each sign of the zodiac. It's a continuation or an expansion of these psychic tarot readings I do here at the beginning of the month on YouTube, and I cover a variety of topics, like everything I can think of to look into. It's condensed into these videos. So if you want to see, you know, your love life, your family life, your health, work, money, these things are covered in crystal readings. So I hope you'll decide to check them out. My other most recently recorded videos are the career and finance psychic tarot and crystal readings. They go out 12 to 18 months. The start date of these videos is April of 2023, and they go until the beginning of October of 2024. Also, my eclipse effects from the new moon solar eclipse in Aries, April 20th, 2023, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings are available also on Vimeo. These are very detailed readings. I highly recommend, if you've never watched any of the eclipse videos, to do so. Many people find they really speak to them, and you may also find they speak to you. There's a lot of things going on there. Tarot, crystal, oracle card, you got to check it out. I tell you what's ending for your sign, what's beginning for your sign, what's the blessing for your sign, and what's the karmic lesson for your sign. And in addition to, that's what the tarot cards are covering, and then the crystal and the oracle card. So if you can do so, I highly recommend watching both your rising sign and your sun sign if you can do so in that video series. Also, my What's Lucky and New for You in 2023 psychic tarot and oracle card readings. As I've said before, a lot of times when I hear in these videos and I'm listening to my guides, I think, well, that might be new, but how lucky is it? A lot of times these things that sound like, okay, it's new, but where's the luck here? You may find it's lucky for you later. However, in this video series, for most of the signs, not all, I felt like, wow, these sound lucky right off the bat, like you don't have to wait for the luck. So you might want to check out those What's Lucky and New for You in 2023. Also, my Saturn in Pisces psychic tarot and crystal readings. They start in March of 2023 and they go out 2.5 to 3 years in time. So hopefully you'll check them out. These predictions, they're going to keep going. So you might want to see how Pisces, how Saturn in Pisces will be affecting you. And again, if you can watch both your rising sign and your sun sign, I recommend it. But you know, some people say their moon sign resonates with them in these readings. I'd go by whatever resonates with you on my YouTube readings. That's what you should get in the Vimeo readings. So also, big love readings for singles and couples for 2023. First half of the readings are going to focus on the single people of your sign. The second half of the reading focuses on the coupled people of your sign. However, I recommend watching the entire video because there will be crossover. Sometimes people have asked me, why do you put these in here? I'm single, I don't want to buy the couple, or vice versa. Well, there's a few reasons, but mainly you could start out at the beginning of the year single and later in the year you're a couple, and that could switch. You could start out as a couple and later on you're single. That's the main reason, but there are some other reasons, but hopefully you'll check those out. Also, my Horseshoe Tarot Spread 7-card psychic tarot readings. Those videos are extremely popular. Lots of people like the Horseshoe Tarot Spread. I do one every year. There's 7 cards in that reading. There's a lot of information. psychic messages and insights for you there. Those predictions started in August of 2022, but go all the way till August of 2023. So if you haven't watched those yet, you've still got 4.5 months of predictions that could still come up there for you in those Horseshoe Tarot Spread readings. Also, if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides that you're not going to see here on a video on YouTube, where I channel these messages through, you could follow me on social media pages at the Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and the Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. And I've started posting these about a year ago on my YouTube community pages as well, because some people don't like those other social media pages and they just go to YouTube. So I'm posting it there as well. And it's usually about 5 paragraphs long. And many people find either 1, 2, or all of the messages resonate with them. So you may find they resonate with you too. So I hope you'll go over to my social media pages on Instagram and Facebook and check them out. And again, I know you guys are probably sick of it. I'm going to mention it again because I just had somebody write me this morning and tell me there's another fake fraud cloned account of mine on Instagram. I got to warn you guys, they copied the pictures. It looks like me. It is pictures of me. I don't really know how they're allowed to get away with doing this. There really should be better protections about doing it. I don't get it, but that is the case. So if anybody contacts you on social media and says they're me and acts like, oh, I'll give you a reading, it is absolutely 100% not me. I only work from my wait list, which I closed in 2018, still have over 1,000 people on it, and I work from my cancellations list, which is still open, but I will be closing probably by the end of this year because it's just too long and I'll never get through these people. I can only do a few private readings a month because of the recordings I do here for YouTube, the recordings I do on Vimeo, plus I also do Reiki healing sessions for clients and some private readings. I don't have time anymore to do a lot of private readings. So if somebody's contacting you on Instagram, please block them, report them, and block them. I can't see them because they block me. The only way I know it happens is when you guys write me and tell me. Otherwise, I don't know. I could search my name and nothing's going to show up but me. But they block me, so I can't see that. So if you could please report them and block them and don't fall for what they're doing. They're trying to get your money and they're also trying to get your private information. So please don't fall for it. The only way you're ever going to hear from me personally is if you have signed up to be on my cancellations list or wait list. That's the only way. Otherwise, I'm not friending you, I'm not following you, I'm not soliciting you at all. And if you would like to help support the work I do here with my readings on YouTube, I have a donation link down below in the description box underneath all these video series I mentioned. And thank you so much to those of you who have donated. It does mean a lot to me and it does help me a lot. I had a criticism recently of somebody telling me they didn't like me begging for money. I'm just going to let you know that when you buy my Vimeo videos and you donate to my channel, that is my living. I don't have another job. I do private readings, Reiki, and the videos on Vimeo, and if you guys donate. That's how I earn my living. I don't have another job. I don't do something else. This is it. It encompasses an awful lot of my time. I wouldn't really even have time to do another job. Taking care of my son, who still lives at home, and my dog Max, and my property, and then the work I do. I don't have time to do any other work. So those of you that don't like it when I mention this stuff in the past, this is my living. I'm not doing this on the side. So thank you so much for your kindness and your donations. It does mean a lot, as I said, and it does help me a lot. So I hope you have absolutely amazing energy that comes to you this month of May 2023. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.